Good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you on a Monday, August the 5th. And yowzers, did we have an incredible day today. This market is on some stuff. Wow. If you look at the overnight, from the Sunday night open, we had a mega move to the downside. There's still a gap that hasn't been filled here. We went from the, 400s, we'll call it, to all the way down to the overnight lows in the 17,350 range. So that's about 1,000-point drop, and then we came back up into the overnight, kind of the morning highs in this 18,000 range, and this level seemed to be in play today quite a bit. And then we dropped all the way back down to the 17,350 range, and then all the way back up to the highs of almost 18,300. Back down a bit, and we ended the day somewhere around the 18,000 mark, or 18,100 mark. But what a crazy day. I did make some adjustments. I was looking at some stuff over the weekend and just going through some trades, and I'm really glad I did, because I would have completely got destroyed today. I ended up with a red day, $500, not a big deal, but a red day, biggest red day I've had in a little bit. But the crazy part is all four of my PAs are either at max daily profit, this bottom one, or max daily loss. So it's like, it's one extreme or the other. There's no in between. But let's talk a little bit about the adjustment I made over the weekend. I was looking at some trades and looking at how do I trade, and what are some things that I could do differently, or what are some things that I could do to maybe help become a little bit better and get more profits. So what I decided to do was to set up a 1 micro. Let's just go right here. 1 micro. I don't know how well you can see this. Let's zoom in. So if I'm taking an entry here off this level, 1 micro with a 50. Can I do this safely? I don't want to place this trade. Yeah, we'll do it down here.
Order submitted.
Okay, so we'll do 1 micro with a 50-point 200 tick stop loss, or a 75-point or 300 tick profit target. 1 micro. And my theory behind this was, because I typically trade the levels, I am actually looking for a bigger play in the market. I do like the smaller tick size. I get all that, and I've had some good success with it. And I'm not abandoning it per se. However, looking at the trends and looking at key levels, if I get those trades, I was thinking to myself, I may be better off to take a 1 micro, taking a larger size. If I do make that trade in its entirety, 2 trades on the 50K accounts reaches my daily profit target. On the 150K account, I would need 4 trades. So that was kind of my theory behind it, and I thought I would test it today. Well, we entered the pre-market. Well, let me just back up a little bit. So now let's look at the normal ATM that I was using prior to today. Was this one right here. I'll just place it right over top of this.
Order submitted.
So the normal ATM that I have been using was this. I mean, it's not even comparable. If I would have tried to use my normal ATM today, no chance. Absolutely no chance. So as I said, in this morning's session, I started using it trading evals, and I was quite happy with how it worked. But I was thinking to myself, my goodness, this market we're getting crazy moves in the pre-market early this morning. And when the market opened, we obviously did not change from that. We just went crazy. A lot of huge moves today. And I was really glad that I had sized way down to 1 micro. And what you're seeing on the charts was all done with that, simply trading 1 micro. So in the morning session, I traded fairly well. I ended the morning session with a green, like $155 across all 4 accounts. I had hit the profit target on account 58. I can't recall. I think I had hit my max daily loss. Yeah, I think I had max daily loss on 57 and 56, and 55 was green. Maybe I don't remember for sure. I guess I don't remember for sure. I think one of them was not at max daily loss. But anyway, in the afternoon session is really when I lost it on account 55. That account I got into, I just really want to talk through some of those trades because I don't know, I took far too many trades today, more than I typically take, and I think it was because of the 1 micro and thinking I have a lot more wiggle room, which I technically do, but that still doesn't give me an excuse to take stupid entries, and I took too many. But here in the afternoon, I was looking for shorts off this 18,000 level. You can kind of see we were holding that level. We lost it, and we kind of lost it until right at the end of the day. But yeah, here I was going, just change this. This bugs me. I don't accidentally take a trade. Shorting this level, $65 winner, another short winner, another short winner. Here I had a short that was a losing position, another short winner. It's just kind of taking, what the market was giving me, trading a lot, maybe a little bit more than I typically do. And then here's where I got twisted. And I don't know what prompted me to do this, but I went short here, looking for this move back down because we were rejected pretty much. 18,000 had been rejecting there for, a couple of hours. And I moved my stop in tighter. If you look at this, if I sell this, see where my stop is at? My stop's like way up here. And I moved my stop in tight and took a loss to the tick, and then we proceed to fall down. And what I didn't look at was that it stopped me out to the tick, and what I should have done was just chill, just relax. I mean, I was green at that point. I was really, what I was trying to do was trying to get this account to the max daily profit of 300, and then I would have ended the day at break even. That was my goal. That was what I was trying to get to. Well, and I immediately, without really thinking through what had happened, that I did this to myself. I moved my stop loss in tighter, got stopped out, and I mean, still, you're getting stopped out at 25 points. But which is crazy, but I've got more room to wiggle with 1 micro. So I immediately re-enter long thinking, okay, this is finally going to break out. Well, it clearly didn't. And I stopped out again. And at that point, I kind of went on tilt and I was like, I'm going to make this back. And it was just jump in short. All right, this is changing, jump in long, made a little money. Okay, this is rejecting, jump in short. Then on this pullback, hey, this is going to pull back to this initial balance high. And I'm going to go long again, wrong again. So right here, this move right here at the end of the day was really my undoing. And I'm frustrated with myself for allowing that to happen because I really should be ending the day, maybe down $150 or something like that with this account being green, maybe 150. I had it up to I had it up to 220 at one point. So positive 220, this one was at 300 and the other two, at 600 negative. So that would have been what, down $80. I mean, come on. Well, why did I do this to myself? This is completely on me, but that's why I do this and kind of digest. I really didn't even notice what had happened here until I was really at the end of the day, and then I realized what I had done, and I'm thinking, man, how stupid can a guy be? But it is what it is, and it's okay. I am so glad and so happy that I have stop losses in place and profit targets in place, because today would have been an absolute wreckage of a day had I not done that. So I do want to show some of the other trades, the positive stuff as well. Account 56, this is an account that I only took 2 trades on, I believe. And I was way too aggressive this morning on this massive pullback. We had this huge, what is this about, from the 17,875s to the 18,100s. So, we're looking at what, a 200 point candle on the 2-minute chart, just insane stuff. But we had this mega move up off that, no, this is below 18,000. And I was looking for this to pull back, and I took a long at this level. It did not hold. And then I took another long thinking as this is stopping, we're looking at a kind of a wick test here, and I was wrong again. And I took 2 pretty much full stops there. Actually, I had increased my stop loss here on the first trade, so I was down 120. On the second trade, it took me out for max daily loss of 199.54, well, $200. So this was just poor judgment on my part. And then on account 57, this is the 150K account. This one here, I was really dumb as well. Obviously that's kind of cliche. Every time you have a major red day, you kind of do some dumb things, but at least in hindsight. But this was where it was at. So we were, this was around 1 o'clock. I did trade a little longer today than I typically do. I think just because of the way this market was going, it kind of sucked me into it. But I had a winning short trade here. I did have a loss up here, but I had some wins across some wins and losers, whatever. But this was my undoing on the 150K. So I went short off of this candle thinking this is going to pull back down. And I left, I'm not sure, but let's just take a look at this. If I place that order, I left my profit target there at the bottom of the screen, green 150. So I left a good 75, 80 bucks on the table here. And when this started pulling back, what I did is I entered another position. And so now I was in with 2 contracts. See, I'm too short there. And instead of taking the profit at 80, I ended up adding to my position. I didn't DCA. I added before we came to my initial entry. My initial entry was actually up here somewhere. But obviously that put me in short with 2 contracts, and then it took me to a full stop out. So very, very painful, very, very dumb, very mismanaged execution of a trade. So I went from what should have been a positive $80 trade to a negative 266. So that's a $340 swing in profitability. Had I managed that better, this account would not be at max loss. So and then I just simply got faked out here. I was thinking, hey, this is going to continue down now, and obviously it did not, and I stopped out again. Well, actually stopped out. My ATM stopped me out here for the max daily loss. So yeah, hindsight is 2020. I definitely did not execute as well as I should have today. Account 58, that account was actually traded on ES. I traded on the ES micros on ES today and took some beautiful trades, and I really missed a big opportunity here at the end of the day. Look at the 5200s today. 5200 really held quite strong, as well as 5190. 5190 was even cleaner. There was 2 entries on that level, but I went long this morning on 5200. Took a trade there for a $78 profit, another trade for $78 profit, very nice trade, and then this was a mega trade here, jumping in on this pullback right to this key level, and rode it all the way up to 172 in profit, and that took me out with the max daily profit. So very happy with the execution there. Again, this is a testament. This is to how I like to trade, is looking for these levels, looking for pullbacks to the levels. Like here we have a retest and then it went long. I mean, that is about as textbook as you're going to get, and it works so well. Here we would have had another one off the 5190s had I taken it, but in any case, yeah, I was really kind of got sucked into the NQ here at the end of the day, and that was my undoing. But good day overall, even though it's a red day. I'm so glad that I adjusted and sized down because I definitely survived the day. We didn't do much damage at all, and thankfully that's what comes from having a good daily profit goal and a daily loss limit, so that we don't go crazy and have big mega red days, or we're probably not going to have big mega green days, but that's okay because we're concerned about consistency and so on and so forth. As far as my evaluation accounts, I didn't trade them very much today. I made $100 on my take profit and basically break even on the 150K that I'm trying to get past. I was down a little bit, was up a little bit, nothing major. I really didn't trade them that much, but that's where those are at. So yeah, that's a wrap for today. Kind of curious to see what tomorrow holds and what this market does. If you look at the daily, I think I looked at this earlier. If you look at the daily, we have a massive wick today. I don't know why the candlestick colors change when I go to the daily, but look at this. We have a major, let's change this to sim so that we get rid of these. Look at this mega wick today. A huge wick move. So, and if you look at this in even greater detail, we basically are sitting at a triple bottom. And we have this low from around the middle of, towards the end of January. We have a low here coming in this 450 range, 400 range. And then we have it again in the latter part of April, and then we have it again today. So we have a triple bottom low on this level. Now I'm very curious to see what this means. Does this mean now that tomorrow that we go back up and we take out what we've lost. I mean, this market has lost from 21,000 to 17.3, we'll call it. So 21 to 17.3, that is 4,700 points in the last month, if my math is correct there. That is an insanely big move on NQ. So every time this market goes down, at some point it goes back up. So I don't know. This is interesting to me. I guess I would be really looking for, if we hold this, probably seeing upside tomorrow. That's my idea. So we shall see. But anyway, yeah, what a day. Glad we survived and glad we're here for another day, and we had a good day on the one PA, and that's what counts. And the red days, the red accounts are not that terrible, so that's a good thing. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I just want to give a big thank you to those of you that use my codes with Take Profit and Apex. I really appreciate that. My code BCT for Black Coffee Trader gets you that best deal with either of those two prop firms. And you guys have been using that quite a bit, and I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Also, thanks, new subs. We had several new subs over the weekend, and slowly but surely we're kind of gaining some traction on our little channel here. And I enjoy bringing these videos to you on a daily basis. And as we continue on this journey, trying to get these accounts back to payout, it's been a few months since I've had a payout. The first quarter was good to me. The second quarter was not very good, and I'm hoping that the third quarter is better. So I almost forgot. I do want to show TradeZella. So today, win rate 51%, pretty much half and half. Again, red day today. If you look at the month, we are slightly red now for the month, but nothing major. 162 win rate is still 52.7. Let's look at, since we've been trading this micros type system, those of you that follow me along regularly know what I'm talking about. We're still up 293. We've had 2 red days now in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. So 2 red days in 9 days, which is not a bad average, especially if we can bounce back tomorrow and have another green day. Nice win percentage, about 60%. So profit factor 106. I don't know. I watch this stuff a little bit. I'm trying to improve some of these numbers because I know that if you take care of the numbers here, that the results at the bottom are going to be there as well. Also of note, let's look at today again. Looking at this screenshot, you kind of see how my day went. I started green, gave back a little, and then midday I was nice and green across my funded accounts, and then this afternoon I just completely gave it back. So kind of paints an ugly picture, but that's what today was like. What did I write for my note? Major sell-off pre-market, major move today, size down to 1 micro with a 200 tick stop loss and a 300 tick profit target. Worked quite well. Took far too many trades that weren't good entries, mainly in the afternoon session, and ended up giving away my morning profits. 3 PAs at daily loss limit and 1 PA at daily profit goal. Crazy day. Glad I'm using a daily profit goals and losses. Otherwise, today could have been catastrophic. Absolutely. And yeah, I'm in a little note here. I think I'll be trading more micros using this system. So yeah, definitely am. I'm going to try it. Definitely going to try it with this 1 micro on both ES or NQ and across all my accounts. I'm just going to play with it because one of the things for me, and I think I said it in the 1 year video that I did, managing risk is critical. And if you put too much risk on the table and all at once, boom, 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 now you're down major. And I've been there way too often. So I'm just trying to build around my trading strategy so that I don't give back as much as easily and as quickly. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's why I want to try this. So follow along. You will definitely see how it works. If it works well, you'll see it. And if it doesn't work well, you will see that as well. So goodness, I have been rambling for almost 20 minutes. I've got to shut up. But thanks for following along. Appreciate y'all. Have a great night. Have a great trading day tomorrow. We'll see what this crazy thing does. And we'll try to have another update for you tomorrow afternoon. Take care and so long.